Welcome to the 100 Club. I'm Tom, joined by Rich, and today we're with a 100 finalist in the Birmingham Phoenix own Chris Benjamin. Going to be asking him all about the prospects for that final and his tournament so far. Chris, how you doing? Thanks for joining.
I'm all good. Thank you very much for having me, Tom and Rich. No, all good. Thank you.
No, it's a real pleasure because, some big business ahead of you this weekend. And I think that's where I'll start off, really, is the preparations for the final. How are you feeling about it?
Really excited, to be honest. It's been a sort of a dream since I can remember to play at Lord's. So just buzzing at the opportunity to finally play my first game there. So no, really excited. Preparations have been going well. A couple of days rest after our last game up at Leeds. And then training tomorrow and play Saturday.
Now, Chris, I think you're one of the stories of the tournament in terms of like how you came into it. So why don't you just describe briefly your journey to the 100 and how you ended up on the Birmingham Phoenix squad?
I think the best word's probably a whirlwind week I had a couple of weeks back now. So I've been going quite nicely playing second 11 cricket for Warwickshire, done really nicely in the T20s, and then finally got to go in the first team. Made my debut at Edgbaston versus Northants and made, 60 not out or 34 balls. And we ended up winning that game and going through to the quarters. And then unfortunately in that game, Adam Hose got injured. So the first thing I did in my debut was be his runner. And then I got to translate to the game to bat. And then with his injury, there was a place available in the Phoenix. And Mo sort of said my name had come across their desk and it jumped at him because I played against him a couple of weeks earlier. Warwickshire played Worcester in a second team game and I scored 95 not out or 40 odd balls there. And sort of off the back of that got selected, and then it's just kept going up since then almost. It's been incredible.
Yeah, and it's not like you've just come in and played a bit. You've clearly made a huge impact on the team. I think match hero twice, is it? And certainly in that first game, it was a match-winning knock.
Yeah, no, that was incredible. Made my list day debut the day before on the Thursday, and then came straight into the team, played there, and managed to get the team over the line, which was an awesome feeling. But I think all credit must go to Mo and the leadership team as they've kept trying to instill in us players, just be positive, keep playing how you've been playing. And that sort of really relaxed team environment that we have helps all of us just keep performing, really. So hopefully one more on Saturday.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, you're lucky in that Moeen will clearly come back for the final, released from test duties where he's been doing really well, clearly for England. It's fair to say, I think that the Birmingham Phoenix batting lineup has been terrifying most of the opponents so far. How do you think you work as a unit? And do you have a pretty flexible approach to your order? How do you think that works as a group?
Well, first off, obviously a massive bonus having Mo back in the lineup. So that's very exciting. And then I think the key to our success is right through the batting order, guys in different games have put their hands up and won the game for us. So obviously last game, Livy with that incredible 92 not out. Yeah. Will Smead's been fantastic since he came into the team. Finn Allen's got us off to a number of quick starts. Mo's obviously been incredible. Hamo's had some quick fires as well. So just all around been some really good performances throughout, which has helped. There's definitely some flexibility, left, right, which bowler's bowling. There's flexibility, but that's down to Dan and Mo who decides.
I think it's interesting that you were talking about the flexibility and also the fact that different guys have put their hands up at different points. When you're coming out in those pressure situations, 50 needed off 30 or whatever, are you having discussions in the middle about, all right, I'm going to go hard, there's 5 balls, or I like the look of this bowler, get me on strike, I'm going to target him? Are you having those discussions out in the middle?
Oh, there's elements of having the discussion, but also we know each other's games and just tell each other, go back yourself. If you want to take him down, go for it. Mo might say, oh, Benji, I'm feeling giddy, I'm just going to keep going. But I'm looking pretty much every ball for a boundary anyway. So if the team needs me to absorb some pressure, I'll do that. But otherwise, the situations I've come in, it's just been look for as many boundaries. So I'm enjoying that challenge.
Yeah, and I mean, there's been some pretty memorable moments in the invention that you show to find the boundary. We've seen the incredible six, over the top and all that sort of thing. Do you think I mean, it's very early in your career, clearly, but do you think your game is changing as a result of the exposure to the shorter format? And, is that beneficial for you?
Oh, 100%. I think I've only played that scoop in the match probably 5 times. It's all been sort of late, and that's just with playing at a higher level. I now face bowlers that bowling it fast enough that I can actually hit it for 6. So it makes it worthwhile playing. So that's fantastic. So it's opening up far more scoring options. Normally I like to go straight down long on, but now, as you've seen, scoring all around the wicket. Enjoying it.
I mean, this is the first we're really seeing of you in the 100. Obviously, any cricket fan can see the talent you've got. Where do you see yourself over the next few years? Where would you like to take your career?
Well, I'd like to be first off play all 3 formats. I'd like to play international cricket for England, and I still think the penultimate is to play Test cricket. So as awesome as it is to play at Lords in the final, I don't think anything better would be to play a Test match for England at Lords. So that's where I'd love to see my career going. But just keep staying grounded, keep staying humble, working really hard. Warwickshire have been incredible to me so far. Just grateful for where I am and excited.
Yeah, and I mean, the development aspect of the 100 is clearly a big part of the prospect. It brings younger players in as well as international stars. It brings young fans in as well. I mean, do you have a sense that you'll be able to kick on from the 100 as well and sort of become a part of the long-term Birmingham Phoenix project?
I'd love to. One of the things they spoke about when we first got together was they said, have a look at the makeup of the squad. There's a lot of youngsters, so they've gone for sort of a younger squad with the aim of 3, 4, 5 years. So it's an incredible family from everyone involved. So I'd love the opportunity to stay involved with the Phoenix, definitely.
That shines through that you guys seem to be having a lot of fun in your cricket. I mean, off the field, how have you guys all gelled as a group?
No, it's been awesome. Can genuinely say I get on with every single person in the team, which is fantastic because, I mean, people have come from all different counties. Guys who are playing, not playing, everyone's really helpful, passing information on, trying to help each other. So talking to various bowlers, trying to learn what they do, what to look for in slow balls, chatting to Marchant de Lange about leg spin, playing the likes of Rashid. So having guys that have played at the top level really does help, and they've been so open to helping the likes of myself, Will Smeed, another youngster. It's been a great sort of team environment to be a part of.
Do you hope in 20 years' time you're still into your cricket as Imran Tahir is into his?
Yeah, I would love to. He's an absolute legend, both as a bowler and as a person. So if I'm anywhere near where he is, I'll be delighted.
Honestly, I don't think there'll be many better highlights of the tournament than just seeing him doing laps of Edgbaston. It's amazing. You mentioned there that you like a bit of pace on the ball sometimes. So own up. Who do you want to hit harder, Marchant de Lange or Tymal Mills on Saturday?
Happy with whatever comes. Both completely different bowlers in terms of the way they go about their business. So slightly different game plans for each one, but happy with whoever.
Yeah. Have you done the matchups sort of looking ahead a little bit, or are you just going to wait till tomorrow?
I'll wait and see after the game. Obviously, we've played the Trent Rockets twice now. So we've played most of their players. Played the Southern Brave once. So now we've played them. It's more just on the day, watching the ball, being nice and focused and trying to execute, really.
One thing we've noticed in the tournament is, that came perhaps as a bit of a surprise, is just how much that home advantage has come through, both in terms of knowing the wickets and the environment, but also the crowds. And none more so than Edgbaston, which has been absolutely behind you guys. Did that come as a surprise to the team, like how passionate the fans were going to be behind you?
I think a little bit, because obviously it's a new tournament. So no one was really sure where loyalties may lie with fans, how much they were going to get around it. But I think speaking to all the players, it's been an absolute massive success. Watching games sort of on TV as well when we've got days off, it looks incredible. The support at Edgbaston has been second to none. Best atmosphere that we've played at this year, definitely by a mile. So if Lords is halfway there on Saturday will be a good experience, good atmosphere.
Yeah, well, we'll both be there and we'll be making plenty of noise, I assure you that. If not least, yeah, because I think we're right in front of the DJ stand as well.
Oh, lovely.
I just wanted to ask a last little bit then on the fans and where this is going. So we know that ticket sales have been really good, and you know, a lot of that has been the youngsters, the families coming along as well. And you've described your own entry to the tournament as whirlwind, but you're going to be making young, ambitious young cricketers out of what you're doing in this game. What would your sort of advice to be to them as to about how to get on in the game?
Yeah, well, I still sometimes get goosebumps when I have all these youngsters coming up to me asking for pictures and autographs. Not that long ago, I was in their position, looking up to my idols. So I completely understand where they are. So to them, I'll just say, as I've said before, dream big. That's critical, and work hard. Hard work can't really stop you at the end of the day. And with a big dream, anything's achievable. And if you love what you're doing, whether that be cricket, working, rugby, whatever it might be, if you love it, it makes it a lot easier as well.
I can't agree enough with that. We're getting the feeling that you guys are enjoying it. So all the very best for Saturday's final. All the best for yourself as well as you take your form hopefully on into the all three formats of the game. Chris, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Take care.
All the best. Cheers.
Thank you very much.